5:13 p.m. Central Time.
Hey, Casey. Hey, listen up. We got a rain coming. The grill's ready. Tractor's fueled up. I think the ground's right. I think we're getting to see the ground.
The life we lead as wildlife managers mirrors that of a farmer, only we take it several steps further. Instead of just growing crops, we grow the crops that grow the animal. We manage all things wild, but only at the mercy of Mother Nature.
All of us guys, you know, whichever one it may be, the agronomist, the deer guy, the duck guy, we're all going to talk about bending habitats, using different practices to bend habitats. It's a lost art of land management. Our grandfathers and grandmothers, that was the part of their life in the existence to survive.
Now that we are 1 year into our new web format, our team can look back and smile knowing that we made you a better land manager. But really, this is just the beginning.
Morgan, I'm sorry.
As we usher in our new year, we welcome back our same team of professionals.
We got all day, my friend.
I'm in no hurry.
No hurry, no worry. Keep moving. Can I say that?
But also some new. Welcome to the TMA crew, Chase Burns and family.
Right there, buddy. Deer steward in training.
How is that?
If I. Owning a piece of property had been a goal of my wife and I's for quite a while. We worked pretty hard to get the ducks in a row and get that goal accomplished. Bought a piece of ground 3.5 years ago and set off with a management plan. Got a forest management plan written on it. Within 6 months of ownership, started assessing where the quality of the habitat was and where we wanted it to go. So we knew exactly what we needed to get done. Just a matter of figuring out how we were going to gather up resources to get it done. This is a 4.5 acre hillside that we did a lot of TSI on this early spring, early summer. We girdled a number of big mature trees like this elm that were just shading out a lot of the new oaks that we're trying to get established in here. We planted about 130 containerized oaks on this hillside. So we're looking at 27, 28 trees per acre that we established. And basically did crop tree release. We cut just about everything. 75 to 80% of what was growing here was trash. A lot of elm, hackberry, shagbark hickory. It was almost total canopy closure. Not nearly enough sunlight to try to get anything new to grow. So basically we hinge cut anything that was about 10 inches and smaller in diameter, trying to keep them up off the ground. Created some really good nesting cover for turkeys and some good area for does to want to hide in, hang out, and this fall we should be seeing a lot of rutting activity in here on this hillside. Long term, we're trying to establish some better quality timber for wildlife and hopefully some future timber production. So we have a lot of over-mature timber and a lot of low quality timber. So what trees we did have that are fully mature aren't really doing any good for us. They're not valuable trees, so wasn't making any sense for us to try to do a select cut in here. We're just opening up the canopy, trying to get some sunlight down and try to get some better trees growing. Like a lot of folks, I mean, we bought property young, and like a lot of folks that find themselves in that position, they don't have all the resources they really need to do the management on it that they want to do. So you kind of got to go on a shoestring budget sometimes and beg and borrow and you know, ask for help when you need it. We're working on fire breaks today around our 13 acres of warm season grasses on this hillside, and it's turned into some excellent bedding. But our fire breaks really needed some improvement. 2 years ago, we just disced around it before we burned. This year, we're using the Furminator. We're gonna work it up really good and then roll over with the Colopacker. We're gonna put down some Durana, some Patriot Clover, and a nice chicory mix. And this is gonna be a really sweet food plot, but it's gonna do a much better job of containing our fire. Been involved with QDMA for about 5 years and networked with some really fantastic people, some really knowledgeable people, folks that are a few years ahead of us in terms of their management experience, but also, you know, having access to things like a tractor or a Furminator or, you know, whatever it is that you need, a dozer, a backhoe, things like that, you know, maybe you don't have it in your budget, but it's stuff that land managers find themselves needing, and sometimes needing it in a really bad way. I thought it was the biggest deal in the world when I got my first drip torch. Yeah, that's not an expensive tool, but it's been so important to the way I manage this property. Starting to get a lot of height on this big blue stem. We're on the 12th of August right now, and the switchgrass is just now really getting rolling. So here pretty soon it'll fill in a lot of these holes. We've got a lot of vertical cover, and it's going to be some really good winter bedding, that's for sure. We do burns in the timber, we do burns in the prairie grass, and that's one tool that I just almost couldn't do without. We've been here about 7 months now, and we've seen this property improve tenfold in a very short period of time. So it's a trade-off when you're working with small property. Basically, everything you learn to micromanage and try to improve every square foot that you can possibly touch or have a positive improvement on. Getting in there and doing one section at a time as much as we can possibly manage in our schedule. You know, we've got day lives, we've got business to tend to, and we got youngsters that keep us hopping. So getting to where you can balance family life and getting the habitat work done that you really want to do is a struggle for everybody, but we get by with it because we do it as a family. We keep wife and kids, everybody's out there, and whether it's broadcasting seed or learning tree ID, we never miss an opportunity to educate and to get the kids out there and get them learning how this operates. This is all going to be theirs someday.
There's a place I go, tucked back in the pines, where a green field grows, my own little paradise. I'm thankful for this land and the life that it provides. See, the measure of a man is what he leaves behind. Oh, oh, take what you need and pass it on down.
Sometimes you just got to get on old Chucky. Let him loosen up a little bit.
I am what I am. If you sit me down, I'm going to talk like this. In trails, in pine plantations, nothing can be better.
That'd have been good if he hadn't have just bulldozed the camera.